Good evening, everyone. This is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. I'm here to share with you what I finished in the month of January. We're in a little bit of a different room. Everyone's here, so this is where I had to film. And as you may know, America is getting, well, parts of America are getting blasted with snow right now, so it's very dark. I finished this one. This is Georgie Woolridge Birds. So I don't know if you just see me pick up a little diamond, but it must have come off here somewhere. I'm not sure where. But yeah, so I did this one. I think it's mostly a lot of Sharpie and some gel pen, and then some chalks for the background there, some glittery markers, and then some little gemmy things that my daughter had given me. So that is that one. I love this book. You know why? I discovered this. It has this flap in the back, so you can put it behind the picture, and then you don't have to have a paper or anything. It's the little things. Okay, I rediscovered the coloring book for grown-ups. I don't know where it was at, but I found it again. I did color this one. I just used some distress stain on the background and then filled in with some, looks like some Sharpie, and then some gel pens and some pretty washi tape for the edge there. I love this pattern, any kind of tribal type of pattern. I love it so much. I used to have this beautiful, it was giant African wooden mask. And when we moved the last time, it fell and split right in half. I still have both pieces. I just haven't figured out how to get it back together exactly because it wasn't an even crack, you know. This was a whip forever and a day. In fact, I did not even finish it in the things that I started it in. But that's the thing about whips. I mean, we always think we have to have the same pencils, but really, probably you're the only one that's going to notice if you think about it. So what did I use? I think these are the new Crayola Blend and Shade pencils that I got for Christmas. At first, I did not like them. And then when I started working with them, I fell in love with them. Now I want the 50 set. So I'm on a hunt to find the lowest price. So yeah, there's that one. It's like stained glass flowers, I guess. Was that in there? Yeah. I have been trying to work in my 10 books to finish for most of this month, but I have not been successful. So I'm going to try to get better at it next month. I skipped Yoda and went straight to Princess Leia here. And I colored the background. This gray color is actually just pencil, regular graphite pencil smudged out. And then Leia's done in just Crayola pencils. And then the clouds are paint. And then there's a bunch of, it's like a clear, glittery paint. I can't remember the name of it. I did get it at Walmart, though. I showed it in a haul. And I just painted that over there, over the top of it. So, yeah, I think she came out good. I got to get going on this one. I'm not going to go too far into this one because I did a whole video on it and I don't have that much space to be jabbering away, but I did do my 2020 wrap up. Here is all of the things that I did and the things that had happened, births, deaths, it's all there. So if you want to see more about that, it's right there on my channel. I worked in Beautiful Vintage. I did a color and chat, and let me see. This is the color and chat that we did together. I finished it up. I had a lot of fun looking up toucans and seeing how they would look. Of course, tigers are not that color, but I wanted them that color. So I did use permanent marker there. I'm not sure if it was Sharpie or the Crayola ones or both. And then I did use some Crayola pencils to do the shading on it and, just the other little details. So there's that one. while I was in here, I went ahead and did this one. It's just a flower pot with some yellow roses. Very quick and simple and fun to do. And there's some shine on there. I can't remember what I used. Probably a metallic pencil maybe? I'm not sure. I should write this stuff down, shouldn't I? And then I went ahead and did that one, and I really like the way this came out. This one was so fun. It reminded me of lace, like shirts that we used to wear in the 80s. They were long, would be like long sleeve lace shirts. Of course, there weren't all these bright colors. I always just wore black or burgundy, but you know, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Lots of stickles shining in there, as you can see. So that one was fun to do. I have been working on my mindful mandalas, making them into collages. I had given this book to my dad and he gave it back, and I was going to give it away, and then I just came up with an idea to make them into collages. So this is by Jane Snedden-Peaver. She is on Instagram as JSP something. Not sure. You can look her up if you want to see more of her art. But so this mandala I colored in with some permanent markers, as you can see. And then I made a bunch of dots back here, and I made extra swishies. So once I started doing all that, I was like, this reminds me of the tornado in The Wizard of Oz and the tornado that hit my house 2 years ago. So I was on a tornado theme, and then I got out my book. It's like a Time magazine book of fashions, and it's from 18 something to 19 something, pretty early on. So I got that out and cut her out because, you know, she looks like Elphaba. And then I got out Birds and Bicycles book and found this little Shih Tzu, which reminds me of my Mojo. He's gone, but that's what he looked like. And so I put him there, and some stickers of houses. So that was fun. If I was doing it over, I would change it a little bit, but I have a whole book to make mistakes. So, and I did her. I colored the mandala in with, looks like permanent markers too. I colored it with permanent markers and some gel shiny stuff there too. I drew the flowers in the background and the little dots and things, and I cut her out of the same book, only I added wings from something else. I think it was one of the paper books that I got for Christmas that I had showed in a haul. I think that was from there. I just attached the wings to her, and then these little elements here came from some cards that I had actually. So I just cut them up, ripped them up, and edged them a little bit in some distress stains. And I really like this one. My flowers are kind of like sloppy and off-center, but that's how I've always drawn flowers all my life, and I wanted it to be something that just I didn't think about too much, something that just came, you know, from my own creativity. So there's that one. Let's see. Okay, I was supposed to be doing Joanna in January, and big epic fail. I did color some of my cover on this book, and then the only other thing I did was this one, and I did show this on my Instagram. I used the technique that Nisi from Dollar Diva 99 showed with the glue gun protector for finger protector. She showed how to use those to get the most out of your pastels, your chalk pastels, and it worked wonderfully. I was able to layer them and get them to spread out really well. I wasn't, you know, out here in the corner was a little bit more difficult, so I just didn't really try that hard there, but I'm glad to know that the technique works, and I will be using that again. So this is colored with pencils, gel pens, even highlighters for this purple area there. I think that's a mild liner. I did not shade too much. I did not shade in here at all, and I meant to, but I didn't. So I can always go back and do that later. I did finish this one. This was a Forever Whip as well. I don't have anything in the sky, and I couldn't decide how I wanted the bottle, like if I wanted it to be like glowy or water. I wasn't sure, so this was as far as we got. It might stay like that until I'm inspired by some kind of idea. But I did use the Leisure Arts Artist pencils. I got those for Christmas. I did use those on this picture, and some Crayola blend and shade pencils and acrylic paint for the background there. I did work, and I was wanting, this whole year I'm wanting to whip my whips, and it's a big problem. It's a problem. So yeah, this is not anything major, but this one here, I just had like empty flowers on this forever, and I don't want to look at it like that anymore. So I just went in and filled the flowers that were, because I used it as a test page. A lot of these things are just me like trying to blend certain things together, and you know, yeah. So that's all that's in that. But it was done. On the 10 books to finish, I did work in tattoo book quite a bit, a few things anyways. I did this owl. I think this was watercolor. This set that I have that I got at Hobby Lobby years ago, that's like all earth tones. I think that's what I did him in. The background might have been some kind of a watercolor crayons or something, because it looks a little shiny. I'm not sure. I will try next month to write myself notes. I have all these post-its for that reason, and then I constantly forget to do it. Or sometimes I do it, and then they fall out. Okay. When were those done? That's December. Oh, I did this one. Some kind of a like Thor's hammers. I'm not really sure. I'm not even gonna try to guess, but I did him all in warm colors, and I like the way he turned out. Very happy, bright looking feller. I know I did more in this book. Oh yeah, I did this one for my brother. I did this one entirely in Neo Color 2s. I got the small set, and I absolutely adore them. I have been using them and using them and using them. And let me tell you what, they are a great value, because I have used them on at least 20, 25 pages, and I still don't even have to roll the paper down, rip the paper down. I mean, they go far. So if you're thinking about getting them, I would say get them. Get yourself a small set. They're like $20 for the 12, I think, or 12 or 15. I'm not sure. And it's definitely 100% worth it. Okay, I gotta go faster. So I showed you guys, I think, this page when I was showing you about the Crayola pencils, but I did do a page in my Archie and Sabrina's Halloween coloring book. This is the Crayola Colors of the World pencils, and then just some other pencils, some fluorescent pencils, and some chalk in the background there. Just a cute little fun page. I did a page in Colortronic. I was not feeling well at all when I did this page. I couldn't sleep, so I woke up to do it. You guys are going to laugh, because when I figured out what I did wrong, I laughed too. I did the frog, and if he looks crazy, yeah, that's because I didn't notice this chart here. Like, the pages were stuck like that. So I was going by that chart there. It stops at 13, and there's more numbers in here. So I had to wing it. I haven't painted the background yet, but that's supposed to be all black. But yep, it was fun anyway. I did that in Crayola twistable pencils. I showed you guys this in I think in a haul video, but some people don't watch those, so I did get the Relax in Color by Number magazine, and I have done the first one, the second one, and so you can see the wax where I'm adding pencils to them so that you can't see my streaky Crayolas. I did him. This one's my favorite. I did her. She's so pretty. I mean, the picture, not necessarily in the coloring of it. This one I hate. I did her. Again, I will go over them with pencil. I did this one. I saw someone else do this one, and their sky was totally different, so I guess I messed that up. Whoa, sorry, guys. Sitting on a bed is difficult to show pictures. Here's stained glass. I'm going to go do the where the lead is on the stained glass with a gel pen. Here's an owl. I ran out of markers, so I had to use 2 different ones, but I don't think that takes away from it, really. I mean, still okay. And then this one looks like it's in progress. Yes, because there's a piece of paper behind there. So she is in progress. So that's what I have done in Relax and Color. I have worked in classic comic, Dot to Dot Horror, which was a book that I got for Christmas. I fell in love with this book. I want to tell you about it in a separate video, tips that I figured out, but you know, you just follow all the dots, regular dot to dots that we did when we were kids, and then you color them in. But of course there's going to be, like, for example, there was no hairline per se in some spots, so like I went and added that. I went and connected things that just kind of went nowhere. You know how color or dot to dots are? They kind of, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's lines that are going backwards and then back on themselves. So, you know, you go through and you do it, and then you come back and you clean it up. Then you can color it in. And I loved this. This was my favorite thing I think I colored this month. Well, one of them. Top 3 anyway. So I used Crayolas and some background is the Neo Color 2. There's a Sharpie for the blade. And then her outfit is the Neo Colors with pencil added to shade, and then watercolor pencil for the gray part here. This was just a blast. I recommend these if you haven't tried them. You know, it's a little intimidating when you see, because when you look at the page, you know, it's like that, and you're like, oh my lord, I can't do that. But in the front of the book, there is some tips and tricks. Where is that page? Huh. Did I pull it out? Well, you'll have to trust me. Somewhere in here, there's some tips and tricks and tell you how to get started. This one is by Gareth Moore, and I did order another one that should be coming probably the second week of February, and that one's going to be Famous Faces, so I look forward to doing that. Okay, and then I rediscovered, went back into my Art Therapy 100 Designs books that I love so much, and I'm going to do a video on these again because there's some things that I found out that I want to share with y'all, all y'all, and I ordered a couple more that are coming, so I'll wait for them to come, and then I'll do a video about these again. So basically what I had been doing was going through and using my Neo Color 2s just to add backgrounds so that I could be able to, you know, knock out some pictures faster if I have the backgrounds done ahead of time. This one is a work in progress. I was working on this one last night. So, yeah, I still have a lot to do on that one. And this one is a Neo Color 2 background with Crayola Blend and Shade pencils over it. And then it's Crayola Blend and Shade pencils on everything corn related. I think this is a really pretty picture. I just like it. And then I did this one, and I think she might be my favorite picture of the month. I should probably go back over the Neo Color in the background and make it a little smoother. But I used the Crayola Colors of the World pencils on her skin. I used Neo Color 2 on her dress and then covered it with Crayola Blend and Shade pencils. And I used a little bit of gel pen in her jewelry there, which was an interesting experience because I had to Google what Mayan jewelry looked like to figure out how I wanted to color this. So I was really pleased at how she turned out. I love her yellow lipstick. Whoa, tripod's going on me again. So yeah, there is that one. And I just was doing backgrounds. I think that might be another background. I think that might be all, you guys, that I did finish. I think I'm going to work on him next. So I think that is it. Other than my art journal, I have colored several pictures in there and for it, but I'm not going to take that out right now. I can't remember if I told you or not, but my dog passed away last night, so everyone is here, and it's just a chaos right at the moment. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking my video. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to watch my video or your day. And whenever this finds you, I hope that you are well, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.